For our first application problem, let's read what it says. 4 times a number minus 8 is equal to 3 times a number plus 2. So on the previous slide, what I said was make sure that you want to identify whatever variable you want to use in your let statements and let it represent a number. Now I'm going to use the letter X, so I'm going to say let X equal a number. Anywhere I see it says a number, I'm going to replace those words, that phrase, with the letter X. So here is a number, that becomes an X. Down here where it says a number, that becomes an X. All right, now let's look at the rest of it. It says 4 times a number. So remember the word times. Times means multiply. So that's my multiplication symbol. I'm going to go ahead and put a big fat dot for my multiplication symbol. And it says the number 4, so I'm going to write that down. Minus, we all know what minus means, right? Minus means subtract. 8, so let's write that down, is equal to represents where our equal sign goes, because that is an operation, that's an equation. Okay, back to this. 3, there's the number 3, times again. Remember when it says times, it means multiplication, so we're going to put a big fat dot right there right now. A number and then plus. Plus means addition, so let's put a plus sign, and then the number 2. So if you break it down like this, it seems to make it easier to deal with and easier to learn. Every little number, every little letter, just read it separately, one phrase at a time. All right, so now let's write it without all of this stuff around it as one big giant equation, okay? So we have 4 times x. 4 times x is 4x minus 8 is equal to 3 times x, which is 3x, and then plus 2. So now you have an equation, which we've done on a previous video, and it has variables on both sides, so the rule says letters on one side, numbers on the other. So let's do that. Let's put the 3x over here with the 4x by doing the opposite operation, which is subtraction. So that gives me 1x minus 8 is equal to the 3x and the 3x cancel out to be 0 because any number and its opposite is 0, and then bring down the 2. And then we have one step left. Our last step is to move the 8 over here by doing the opposite, which is addition this time. And that cancels out to be 0. I'm going to write my answer way up here. So I have x is equal to, this negative 8 and this positive 8 are opposites of each other, so they cancel out to be 0. And then 2 plus 8 makes 10. So we say that our answer is 10, okay? Now, does that mean I'm done? The last step, it said, was to reread the question and make sure that you found whatever answers you said. It says let x equal to a number. That means that I was only looking for one number. I found one number. As far as that goes, yes, I'm done. But don't you want to check yourself? You always want to check and make sure you did it right. To check yourself, all you have to do is take your answer that you got, the 10, replace it, substitute it in place of your 2 variables, and see if it works. So that would be 4 times 10 minus 8 is equal to 3 times 10 plus 2. So let's do that, just to make sure that we did it correctly. Order of operations says do multiplication first, so that would be 4 times 10, which is 40. And 40 minus 8, what is 40 minus 8? 32, that's right. Okay, now let's do the other side. 3 times 10, that's multiplication, that's 30. Plus 2 makes 32. Absolutely, I got it right. Good job. So now we're going to come back and we're going to work another one of these application problems on the board.